Hey, welcome to Sex Talk with JoJo Bear. My name is JoJo Bear. I'm a somatic sex and intimacy coach, and thanks for watching the show. If you want to subscribe to my channel, then get on that button and just press that subscribe button. I really love to hear more from you, so you can check out my website at www.metamorphicembodiment.com, or you can email me at metamorphicembodiment@gmail.com. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about porn. What? Yes, we're going to be talking about porn, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how porn affects our body. I get a lot of guys that come in and ask me all these questions about not getting erections or feeling disconnected from their body or feeling numb. And then I start asking them, how much porn do you watch? What's your relationship to porn? So there's this theory, this concept that I brought up called the porn complex. And so we're going to talk about it right now. And so porn can be a go-to for millions of men, but what happens when the subconscious mind starts to believe that the fantasy we're watching on our smartphones and laptops and television sets is reality? Now just think about it. Porn creates a world that includes a landscape of little to no communication, dependable erections, and easy access to sex that doesn't involve not too much effort, right? So basically 2 or more men meet, touch each other, take turns sucking, then one or more gets fucked, and then there's the big cum shot at the end. A beginning, a middle, and an ending. And there's nothing wrong with this if you're just enjoying the fantasy aspect of it, right? So, however, I see that men who come to me for somatic coaching have had this embodied, this formula. So I call it the porn complex. There is no time for erection difficulties, much less asking for what one needs. There's pressure to have an orgasm with one another, or even times when a man has to choose a role for sexual pleasure. So several men I've worked with have mentioned that they want connection with another man, but they have no clue of how to actually ask for it. So for example, I see that many men who have erectile difficulties that come to see me at my practice, there's this kind of shame-filled feeling that arises when a man can't perform sexually. So what it does, it creates a disconnection that leaves a man in a fight or flight state, a state of sexual confusion. So let me explain this further. So the porn complex is basically this. Men who end up truly incorporating porn into their subconscious mind as truth will reenact this into their reality. I see it all the time. I have men that come to me because they're having issues keeping a hard-on with a partner, yet have no issue with getting an erection while alone or watching porn. So somewhere along the way, the formula has gotten in the way of being present while engaging with sex with another person. So actually, it's not even that mandatory to have an erection while having sex, but porn tells us there is. Therefore, it creates a hoop that many men have to jump. They jump through while engaging in sexual activity. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, there's nothing at all wrong with watching porn. I love it, and I believe that it's something that should be included in a healthy sex life. It can be used to wake up the senses, it can be used to spice up the bedroom, or just kind of rub one out in the airport terminal. What I'm discussing here is something deeper. How porn becomes a role model in many ways. So, it's similar to seeing a fashion model on the runway or a beautiful actor. The standards of beauty have been set so high that they're unrealistic. This can make us feel that we're somehow wrong if we don't look like them. So porn can make men feel this way. The formula that happens from scene to scene has become the model of how we're supposed to engage in sex. So any other way we're doing it is wrong. And a lot of times we're not even thinking about it. This toxic role modeling of how sex through porn starts at an early age. Men see it and then they start emulating it. The fantasy becomes real and we envision ourselves in this scene. Therefore, when we are actually having sex with somebody, God forbid it's somebody that we're actually in a relationship with, we begin to check out or just base our reality on fantasy. So how do you get in touch with your reality? Well, first off, it's so important to be gentle with the body. Understanding and appreciating your limitations and participating in ways to give yourself permission to have physical awareness of your whole body. So many of us stay in our heads and get cerebral with sex and sexuality. I know I do sometimes. Instead of actually being present. One way to engage with the body but still feeling sexy would be to identify what is it that you need. Wow. Most of the time men don't even know what they need since the porn formula has been such a role model. So being mindful of what you want in the moment can be very, very liberating. The porn complex will always be around so long as porn's around. If you feel like you want to be present while engaging with sex, maybe create your own formula of mindfulness and a conscientiousness of the body and the senses. And it's also important to remember that fantasy is totally okay. But when you need to be present, sometimes reality can be hotter. So how does this work? Well, this is what I'm really integrating around the whole concept of porn, the porn complex. Is that what happens is that when we are activating, like let's say we're pleasuring ourselves and watching porn, then we are creating pleasure in our body. So we're watching something and our subconscious mind is taking that association in. So we're creating this association that is reality and that is pleasure. Now what happens is that when we're actually with another human being, sometimes that association doesn't match up with the current reality. So what I'm trying to invite just to consider is that being able to communicate and having intentions and understanding what is it that we need sexually and really being able to be present in our body is a great way to connect with our own idea of pleasure. So we can watch porn and enjoy it and use it as what I call entertainment. So nowadays I tell guys, porn's entertainment. It's no different than going to a scary movie. You know you're going to get scared, or a comedy, you're going to laugh. But now I watch porn and I just think of it as entertainment. Something that is going to give me pleasure, something that may be instant or maybe a long period of time. And I'll talk in some future episodes about other ways we can incorporate porn into our sex life. But I want you to think a little bit about the porn complex. Is there any situations in your life sexually that's making you feel disconnected when you're with another person? Or maybe if you're pleasuring yourself alone and you're feeling like I need to have porn, can you be in your body and be present in your body and enjoy the pleasure that you rightfully deserve? Think about it. I'd love to hear any ideas you have around what I just talked about or the porn complex. And let me know. Let me know what's happening in your life. Check out my website at www.metamorphicembodiment.com. My name is JoJo Bear. I'm a somatic sex and intimacy coach. And you've been watching Sex Talk with JoJo Bear. Until next time, ciao for now.